Well, just as the private sector is facing an employee shortage, the military is also struggling with reaching recruiting goals. News 12 New Jersey's Naomi Yane with more on that story tonight. Naomi?
Hey there, Kurt. This year's recruiting goals for the U.S. Air Force is somewhere between about 23,000 and just over 27,000. However, recruiters say they're facing an uphill battle meeting those goals, and they're hoping that some incentives and some looser restrictions will help.
I've always been part of the ROTC program at my high school.
Manoli Matthew-Dacus is a senior at Jackson Memorial High School, and he's decided to enlist in the armed forces. And he was encouraged by the ROTC program at school. He says college isn't for him, and he wanted to go a different route.
I've always wanted to join. I've always wanted to, do the military. So it's always been something in the back of my head.
Though the 18-year-old is now preparing for a career in the Air Force, the armed forces as a whole are seeing some of the same employee shortages as the private sector. Recruiters for the Air Force say there are over 100 diverse careers to offer job seekers. However, the number of recruits continues to drop, and there are several factors.
A lot of people, especially from the ages of like 16 to 24, have no idea that the military is an option for them. A lot of people don't even know where to find us. A lot of people don't see the military or don't see their family member in the military.
In the years since the COVID-19 pandemic, recruiting efforts dropped sharply, largely due to the cancellation of in-person recruiting events.
A lot of virtual stuff had to happen in that stead, and that doesn't have the same impact.
We talked with Marcellus Baxter, Director of Professional Services for Locust Recruiting, and he says job seekers have more options than ever when it comes to employment, like starting your own business and working remotely. And he also said some employers are changing the requirements of work roles to get folks in the door.
It's more training. It's more L&D, right? Learning and development. So you can hire someone with less skills and then train them up, right? As opposed to looking for someone who has 5 to 10 years of senior experience.
And to help bolster the number of recruits, the Air Force is ramping up outreach, right? So they're going back to the schools, they're going back to community events to try to recruit people. And like our expert told us there, Marcellus Baxter, like he told us, that there are employers who are changing up some of the requirements. So the Air Force, they've lowered the percentages or maybe heightened it even, the percentage of tattoos someone can have, because they used to have a no tattoo policy. So now it's 25%, and it still has to be kind of covered up. Kurt, I'll send it back inside to you guys.
All right, we'll see if the problem corrects itself in the years ahead. Naomi Yane, thank you.